this deranged right-wing kid stalked these two girls for months and hated them because he was right-wing and they were, oh, here's him, by the way, looking exactly how you would imagine. This freak, incel, when these two girls, after Charlie Kirk's getting unalived, the girl said something he didn't like, I don't know, maybe was blasé about it, and he ran them down with his Jeep. He'd been stalking them for months. The girls had made multiple complaints. I feel it's extremely important. This is unambiguously an act of right-wing terror, murder of two girls. But, you know, if it was done the other way around, like the perpetrator was on the left, the media would be going haywire about it. Democrats would be making conciliatory statements about the need to turn down the violence, and right-wingers would be gloating about it, and they'd be talking about it for months and months and months and months. This is very unambiguous. But in a lot of the news stories that I'm seeing, they're not even talking about the fact that this guy was a right-winger who killed these two girls for political reasons, and that he was live streaming the thing. Clip of him on his channel prior to the incident.
Tonight. I gotta get drop P5 tonight.
Hey, whenever Maria sees the pizza guy come, better think of Charlie Kirk for making fun of his death. Stupid ass clown. Wait, just remember that.
He was like streaming right up until killing them. Apparently an Andrew Tate fan as well. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. New Jersey teen accused in Cranford murders calmly plays live video game after the crash. Oh, sorry. That clip was him after having killed the two girls. Went on a YouTube live stream the next day and tried to portray himself as a victim of bullying and the government's failure to address a mental health crisis. Oh my God, that's perfect. To do that after vehicular homicide. Oh my God. Why, okay, genuinely, why am I looking at this at New Jersey 101.5? Why is it that we have Kash Patel getting people to scroll fake notices on magazine clips, bullet clips, after a guy snipes a couple of undocumented migrants in the back of a van? And we get this for months, you know, months and months of this narrative. This is the most clear-cut case. All of our national media is right-wing. Yep, literally all of it. Like, you guys know that, right? Every single national media outlet is right-wing. No matter what the political biases of the actual, like, columnists and anchors and so on are, they're all run by, like, 5 people. Not NPR, though. Well, no, NPR's run by, like, dickless, do-nothing liberals with, you know, postgraduate degrees. As the families and friends of Maria Niotis and Isabella Celes were racked with grief after the fatal Monday afternoon crash in Cranford, the 17-year-old online gamer and follower of Andrew Tate went live with his gaming buddy as if it were another normal day. He even crowed about how much engagement and revenue he was getting from the angry comments to his sick live stream. The video was posted a day before the Union County Prosecutor's Office announced 2 counts of first-degree murder against the juvenile, who has not been publicly identified because of his age. Well, he was live streaming, so, you know. In an emotionless rant, the gamer told a mostly hostile YouTube audience of more than 200 people that there is, quote, more to the story that you are not getting. What the he was talking about the murders on the live stream? Imagine how surreal that must have been to be one of the viewers and be like, oh, I'm just watching like a murderous incel live stream before the police pick him up. Okay. Bro, you killed my best friend, you animal, one YouTube user responded. I'm not ready for modernity, man. The version of the world people are growing up into, somehow Twitch algo work for this dude? No? He was on YouTube. They knew that he was the killer. He was a stalker. He'd been stalking them for months. The 2 girls had reported him multiple times and nothing was done. When those 2 girls were hit with a car and their deaths were reported, a lot of people probably immediately knew it was this guy, went online, saw he was live streaming, and then watched as he, like, talked about it before the police picked him up. CBS doesn't even cover the political angle of this attack. God, mainstream media, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, just an apolitical, just a hit and run. Just an apolitical hit and run, you know? Jesus Christ. No mention at all of a political angle, just like somehow carving that out. Yeah, incredible. No mention here in the text.
While they were riding an e-bike. A final goodbye today for one of the two teenage girls killed by a driver who police say mowed them down while they were riding an e-bike in Cranford. A wake was held last night for Maria Niotis in Union, where we heard from her mother for the first time. Christy Kalishan joins us live from Union, where Maria Niotis' funeral is being held later this morning. Christy.
Mary, in just a few hours, loved ones will be gathered here at the church behind us to celebrate the life of 17-year-old Maria Niotis, and just unfathomable grief from her mother, who we heard from last night here at the Greek church, St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church in Union, just minutes from where she...
He's related to the police chief of the neighboring town in Westfield. Related somehow to Christopher Bataloro. Huh. I don't know if that necessarily means anything.
...and her best friend were tragically killed.
Born in Greece, 17-year-old Maria Niotis had dreams of pursuing a career in cosmetology after high school.
Maria had a passion for all things beautiful. Music.
You will find right-wingers celebrating the show. Of course, absolutely, because they're demonic. They literally don't care. There's no amount of evil the right wing, especially online. I think if you talk to a lot of Republicans in person, they'd be like, of course, this is horrible. But online, like the aggregate position will always be like, it doesn't matter. Like a right-wing incel could murder like babies for whatever perceived reason, and they would justify. They do not care. It's all like they treat reality as a rhetorical game where you are providing them prompts, and their job is to like have fun and be creative and be vindictive in response to those prompts. Like there's at no point does a moral consideration even strike to them. They do not care.
Makeup, hair, fashion. It wasn't just about glam. It was about helping people see the beauty in themselves that maybe they had forgotten.
Niotis' heartbroken mother, Fula Niotis. The 17-year-old was riding an e-bike with her best friend, Isabella Salas, on Burnside Avenue in Cranford on Monday when they were struck and killed by a driver who ditched the car in front of Tim Boren's house.
I saw the car that had been abandoned, right here next to my house with the e-bike.
There's a clip of him saying that he was mad they made fun of Charlie Kirk. I mean, he live streamed after. He talked about it extensively. I assume the channel's deleted now, but yeah, we saw that.
Sort of lodged in the engine block.
The suspect, who CBS News identifies as 17-year-old Vincent Bataloro, was arrested on Wednesday and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Court records show he was given at least 15 tickets related to the crash and that he was going at least 70 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. A day after the violent crash, Bataloro streamed this video, claiming he was being bullied.
I've been bullied, ridiculed, and stuff over false allegations, okay? Over this whole thing about things that have happened in the past. There's more to this story.
He honestly just seems like a mentally ill, low IQ, hateful incel who was looking for an excuse to lash out anyway. It's not like it was just a random targeted set of murders. He was stalking these people beforehand, you know? People like this love shit like that.
It'll come out in the future.
At a memorial for the girls near the crash site, loved ones and even strangers are thinking about the 2 teens who had so much more to live for.
It's an emptiness in our home, in her room, in my arms.
Niotis is also surviving.
Again, deliberately omitting the political motivations here is a violent act on the part of these media organizations who are working in tandem with the Trump administration to create a false narrative. If this was the other way around and the murderer was a left-winger who was attacking people who were being blasé about, whatever else, they would have 100% reported on it immediately, as they do every other time they suspect that happened. Thank you, New Jersey 101.5, for not being like major media and therefore calling this what it is. His TikTok account, which has, 40,000 followers. Oh, he was actually really? He didn't seem particularly charismatic. In fact, his live stream after the murder may have been the reason we didn't see a political spin trying to paint him as a left-wing terrorist. My bet is that this barely gets any international, sorry, not international, I wouldn't expect it to go international, any national attention at all, Even though, again, if this was reversed, it would 100%, yeah, get that. I just think these people are animals, man. Like, they belong to an ideology that is designed to foster and encourage hate. Like, they are emotionally stunted. It's one of the reasons, you know, you all get mad at me when I say that you can, as I have, effortlessly shift in and out of being autistic at a moment's notice. You know, a simple mental exercise, the likes of which you could only dream of. But, and I will say this, and I hope you'll agree with me, certain politics can make you mentally ill. Mental illness isn't just an inborn condition, you know. It is possible for environmental forces to exacerbate you know, anything going wrong with your head. I think that the way, especially, God, nowadays, everyone's a iPad baby. Kids are going on Twitter at 13 and everything's neo-Nazis. I mean, it's insane. So we do agree that Nazism is a mental illness. I think, in my opinion, yeah. Like, if you accept that by mentally ill, we mean like aberrant psychological conditions that make it more difficult for you to work within society, which is a working definition we use broadly for a lot of things. Everyone's personality is different. We have general terms to describe, like when it becomes maladaptive. Yeah, Nazism is by that definition a mental illness, but it can also cause other mental illnesses, you know, like AI-induced schizophrenia. I think a new article came out that recently, a particular case of a guy going nutso, you know, more megalomaniacal behavior. The AI is, he thinks that it's speaking to him personally. It has a real personality, so on and so on. But no, I think it's deranged. At the very least, it's asocial behavior. They got picked up by NBC Nightly News, but still no mention of politics. Yeah, that's the one we saw earlier. That's the first video that we saw. Too many Indians drivers. Bro demolished them. Trump's America. More senseless car violence. Well, these are all bots. I don't know why I'm reading them. Doesn't really mean anything. What did the Indians do? Statistically speaking, Indians were responsible for radicalizing this young man on Twitter. So they control like 85% of the Nazi accounts. So we'll chalk that one up to them. That was pretty good. You like that? You like that redirection? Thank you. I try my best. Give me a stand-up career.